Hi everybody, Peter James from Career Life Transitions, and here we are at the Remarkables just out of Queenstown doing a bit of skiing and snowboarding. We're having a great time. The weather has been magnificent here. We met a fellow yesterday, a 78-year-old I should say, ski instructor, and he was telling us this story about in his 50s how his wife had tragically been killed in a hiking accident actually, and how that really caused him to refocus on his life and look to try and do something to get himself out of those doldrums and get his life back on focus again. And he took up skiing. So for the last 20 years he's been skiing and working as a ski instructor, and it kind of really struck me as an interesting thing. We go through our lives, and I guess we get in our 50s and our 60s, and sometimes we look back and think, well, I didn't plan for it to be this way, but it is this way. Or other times we really plan quite hard and we end up and things don't go right or whatever, and we find ourselves in situations where we're not in the place where we want it to be, which really means then, okay, well, maybe I need to work for the next 20 years or so. And you start to throw in that, the economic factors, the fact that the average Australian is starting to live to 80, 85 years old, and even that whole prospect of 20 years of not actually contributing and not working on what have you, whether it's being for a charity or whether it's working for an organisation. It's all pretty daunting and scary, which really means that in your 50s you should be starting to look to make some changes, evaluate ourselves to some options, and a lot of it has to do with, I guess, the attachments we have. We get to our 50s, we had expectations, we wanted expectations, we had plans, or we wanted something different with our plans that just didn't happen. And at that stage we're starting to attach ourselves to our ego, we're attaching ourselves to our house or our car or this or that or whatever it is, our status in society, and it really isn't setting ourselves up in a good position. I mean, I know people that rather than take a lesser job have been unemployed for 5 years. I mean, and heading into your 50s and moving forward, and that it just doesn't make sense to do that kind of thing. So I guess I look at myself, was made redundant in my 50s. I started a business. Within a couple of years that business was turning over $1 million. I wanted to stretch myself. I learnt how to play the banjo at 54. I've been playing in a band now, and here I am at nearly 58 years old, and I'm making a change and working at training myself to snowboard, to really try and, I guess, continue to have something to look forward to, something to get excited about, something to learn, and something to continue to work your brain. Neurologists are saying now that your capacity to change and learn things doesn't change throughout your life, no matter how old you are. So if you're getting at that stage and you think, well, this is too close to the end or whatever it is, and it's time to put my feet up, and you're not ready for that kind of thing, don't give up. Now is a really good time to look around and have a look what you've got, look at what attachments you have, ask yourself, are those attachments real, are they valid, are they helping me move to the next stage, and take a chance. I mean, what are your attachments, and what could you do if you had the world was your oyster and you could make any choice you wanted? And really, at any stage in life, even in your 50s, that's still an option. So think about things, continue to plan, continue to set yourself goals, and continue to strive, and continue to live a full life. This is Peter James from Career Life Transitions from Queenstown, New Zealand. See you again soon. Bye-bye.